Welcome to the channel talking all things Zelda, with the incredibly exciting news that a Masterworks book is coming to Japan in the summer for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm going to, over the course of this new series, delve into the lore and information set out in each of the Masterworks books. This will, of course, be a journey through the wild era while exploring the connections to the distant past, incorporating the upcoming lore woven into the new book when it releases. The implications the Masterworks has on the Zelda series lore cannot be overstated. There's some very exciting stuff ahead for Zelda fans, with these books providing an enhanced perspective on the foundations and stories underpinning the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom duology. So let's dig into the Masterworks, or the Creating a Champion book as it is known in the West, exploring 3 topics in each part of the series, and let me know if you learned something new today. Okay, straight into part 1. The Forgotten Temple in the Valley of the Royal Family was constructed in order to keep a record and immortalise legends of the heroes, with each fighting alongside the royal family of Hyrule in the countless ancient battles against Ganon throughout the ages, something it was not particularly successful in achieving. It's interesting to consider the cause of the temple fading from people's memories and the reasoning behind its abandonment, as surely this was once one of the most important and prominent temples in Hyrule, especially with its significance to the continuation of Hylian culture and that of the various other Hyrulean races. I find 2 aspects particularly compelling here. Firstly, that this is a building that represents Hyrule's ancient past, with the developers deliberately incorporating construction elements from Skyward Sword. So, given the inference that this temple is from the Skyward Sword era, which itself forms part of the era of myth, this would make the Forgotten Temple one of the oldest constructions in Hyrule. Secondly, is the size of this temple. This thing is massive, which in and of itself suggests that there have been a plethora of heroes throughout the ages, and thus subsequently means that many legends of Zelda remain untold. Will we see these stories told one day? Only time will tell. Up next, did you know about Link's change in personality? Before the calamity, being born into a family of knights and chosen by the Master Sword begins to take its toll on Link, becoming unable to express his emotions. This is likely due to the pressure he places upon himself, knowing how many people look up to him. He instead elects to remain silent and stoic, leading to, at times, being overly focused on his duties, accompanying Zelda on all her journeys, which she finds annoying at first. That is until Link saves her from the attack by the Yiga clan, of course. Link's stint in the Shrine of Resurrection to heal his wounds also removes his memories, and he awakens to a time where he is an unknown entity after the passing of 100 years. He has almost become little more than a legend by this point. A whisper of a chosen champion who fell to the great calamity, freed from the burden of expectation presented by his own time. And with no memory of the past, the Wild Era Link is more expressive and light-hearted. You see him conversing and laughing throughout his journey, and seems happiest when he is cooking. The Masterworks even remarks that Link is a bit of a glutton, who will eat almost anything. Combined, these are great details that highlight just how much consideration the developers put into the character arcs, and was something I hadn't really picked up while playing through the first time. But now, the more I think about it, align perfectly with the ideas behind the developers' world building. Moving on to what is always an interesting topic, the Zonai Relics and ruins scattered throughout this iteration of Hyrule. I love the foundation of the idea behind the Zonai ruins, in that the developers believed showing fragments of a civilization that collapsed long ago would make the world feel more real, much like relics from bygone eras can be discovered across our own planet. The ruins are primarily animal themed, and the team wanted to tie the history of the Triforce from ancient times to them, even though little is known about the Triforce in the era of the Wild. The Zonai designs are symbolic therefore, using dragons for courage, owls for wisdom, and boars for power. The name Zonai is even a take on Nazo, a word meaning mystery in Japanese. Obviously, we gain further insight into the mysterious Zonai during the events of Tears of the Kingdom, and I've made a comprehensive video on the origin of the Zonai and how they fit into the overall timeline. If you are interested in delving deeper into this interesting segment of Hyrule's history, I've linked the video on screen. Let me know your thoughts on today's topics in the comments below. The next part of this exciting series will be coming soon as we build towards the release of the Tears of the Kingdom Masterworks book and the fascinating connotations it will bring about from a lore and theory perspective. And if you share my passion for all things Legend of Zelda, please help me out and hit that subscribe button. I really need your support to hit my first milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Thanks, have a good one, and catch you next time.